Well. GM. G. To the M. Great morning, my friends. D-Gens, Diamond Hand fam, Forge and Fuel crew, super soldiers, pioneers, pivoters, pursuers, builders, brothers and sisters, hermanos y hermanas, mamas y papas, anyone I may have left out, and anyone in between. Welcome back. And welcome into the best way to start your day. It's time to get fired up at Forge and Fuel, baby. Woo! That's right, my friends. Here we are back live in prime time for your 689th. I said 300. What the fuck am I even talking about? Short change is about 300 episodes here this morning. 689th episode of Forge and Fuel on this beautiful Friday morning. I think I know why I did that, because, my friends, it is 3/14/2025, my favorite holiday, and it just makes me feel alive. I mean, I'm talking about 3.1415926535897932384466426384464288141597. It's Pi Day, bitches! Woo! Come on, 3.141592.7. That's all I know, and I'm not going any farther because I got to read it unless I get me all the way there. That's what I'm trying to say. So, hey, I'm just fired up. It's Pi Day. That's why I'm talking about the threes when it's episode 689. And if you don't know, you won't know. I am your humbled, honored, and clearly always hyped host on this here show, Colton Capp Swirl One. And I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my guys, and dive down some motivational and inspirational rabbit holes unlike any other. Now, let me be the first to tell you, ooh, those rabbit holes are abundant this morning. We got more motivation, more inspiration, more good vibration, and more high-level conversation coming your way than you're going to know what to do with over the course of the next hour to hour and a half or so, baby. But before we get into said aforementioned vibes, we must humbly ask you to do a few things before we tap in on the opposite side. If you can find it in that big old heart of yours to do so this morning, maybe, just maybe, you could take a quick moment to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you're currently ingesting the Forge of Fuel podcast on. If you are watching on YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell right down yonder, right next to that subscribe button, so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping here on the platform. And if you're enjoying this morning's program, maybe you can hit that thumbs up button. That would be the old like button, and help us get going and flowing on the old algo on the old tube of the U variety. They might just shadow ban us for eternity with the shots I threw at them yesterday on the X timeline, but hey, fuck it. Maybe your button pressing could help us get caught in it once again. But maybe you don't like the old tube. Maybe you see what they're doing to us and you say, no, I like watching over there on the old RUMBLE. And if that's the truth, if that's the case for you, you like that little more censorship-free platform, well, maybe you could think about hitting the subscribe over there. Maybe turning on a notification bell. And maybe even smashing the shit out of a like button as well, and helping us go and flow over there on the Rumble. And maybe you're not watching on either one of those platforms. Maybe your viewing platform of pleasure is over there on the X app. And if you're watching on that platform of truth this morning, maybe you could think about hitting that heart button. Maybe smashing that repost button. Hell, even crushing that quote post button. And let the people know on your X timeline why you've decided to tune in live in prime time to Forge and Fuel this morning. And last, but certainly not least, to all of you beautiful human beings listening to this podcast on your favorite podcast directory, maybe you could take a moment to give us a follow, leave us a 5-star rating, or in all honesty, just go ahead and smash the shit out of whatever button you see on your screen, as it only helps us continue to grow and flow on all those platforms as well. Nah, man. Yeah, buddy. Shut up! To all you beautiful human beings tapped in, tuned in, locked in, live in prime time. And I've already smashed the shit out of all of those buttons, and have helped us begin to go and flow in the old algos this morning. But maybe you haven't. Maybe you're tuned in, but you ain't touched a single one of those buttons, and you're thinking to yourself, well, why do I gotta do that? I'm just trying to get motivated and inspirated. I'm not trying to be having all this all over my timeline and do this. Well, why not? Maybe there's somebody out there who could use these vibes. And as 45 and 47 said, don't be rude. And hey, don't be rude. Don't be rude. What the fuck's wrong with you? There might be somebody out there who could use these vibes, and you're just leaving them. You're leaving them out there all by themselves. I'm gonna hit you with the doggone hammer. It's hammer time, you chicken suckers. You think I'm playing around?
Surprise, motherfucker.
And maybe also this show makes you laugh. Maybe it makes you cry. Maybe it makes you think. Maybe it makes you go, whoa, I ain't never thought of that perspective before. And if so, don't be a hoe, share the show. Be a friend, tell a friend, let somebody know, and we will proceed with this morning's program. That's right, my friends. Here we are back live in prime time, ready to rock and roll and get this fantastic Friday started. Boy, oh boy. We got a loaded show on tap for you here today. And without any further hesitation or delay, let me tell you about the other fellas that are joining me here on this beautiful Friday. You've heard some bells ringing, some glass breaking, some men wowing, some other various noises. So that must mean my man, your guy, the lightweight slanging, iron pumping, bowling ball bench pressing, nutritional nut, fitness aficionado, personal trainer extraordinaire, and Mr. Producer of this fine morning program and our weekly program, Decoding the Divide, Derek DZ Snow, D-double-E-Z-double-Y, my man, your guy. What's up, Derek DZ Snow? Shout out, buddy guy. I appreciate you. I ain't even seen you yet this morning. Well, yeah. Oh, a little baby blue this morning. Oh, shit. Look at this motherfucker. Damn. Looking fresh to death out there today. Okay, D's. I see you. Shit. I see you. I'm just going black on black. Now I feel like I go find some color in my life. D's out here looking fresh as shit with that. Man, I got to go get one of those. That's a Forge and Fuel to it. Man, I got to go pick me one of those up. Shit. Maybe I'll visit Mine and Shine Apparel after this show. Who's to know? Shout out to you, D-double-E-Z-double-Y. But there was another man joining me and that other guy here this morning. He is the co-host of this fine morning program. And if you were around last night, who's to say, who's to know, in the old Gateway, you might have just heard a thing or two, and maybe you got a little more fired up for the future of this fine company here. So please, my friends, help me welcome in the downright dog, who is the founder of the Grandpa Ape Country Club, where life is better on the greens.
What?
The lead pro on those said greens, if you will.
What?
A professional DJ with a wide-ranging musical catalog. I believe he has a set tonight. Who's to say, who's to know? I think so, but I know there's some other things going on, so I'll just let him tell you about that. But usually he does every single Friday night, and soon they're going to be live in prime time, and soon there's going to be other locations. You're going to be saying, what the hell is going on? He's no longer a iPod Nano. He's a doggone iPad. You plug him in, and he's got every doggone app in the land and every song and everything everywhere. What the hell? Holy smokes, he's not just a mere DJ.
What?
A purveyor of positive vibes.
What?
Curator of high-level energies.
What?
A certified PLP pusher.
What?
My friends, the jet plane flying.
What?
McLaren driving.
What?
Integra window smashing. One day Integra window fixing.
Oh, yeah!
The Rolex rocking.
What?
Jesus piece dangling.
What?
The one, the only, with an emphasis on the one.
What?
My friends, he's over there, weighing in as the heavy hitter, Mr. Turned Up himself. Get on your feet and put your hands together for the one and only DJ Swirl One.
Woo!
Great morning.
Man, look at all you fine folks in here. Great morning to you.
Great morning, Gran Turismo. How are you?
Hey, bro. GTR, bro.
Oh, I didn't see the R on the bottom.
Yeah, bro.
Come on, the GT. So.
Oh, yeah. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You know what I mean? Look, Godzilla on right now, bro.
I forgot. Sorry.
If you don't know,
You're in a new
you might need to ask somebody who used to have me a Godzilla. I like them little things. They're pretty badass, actually.
R.I.P. to Godzilla, too. Sorry.
Hey, they've been threatening for a while for that to happen. We knew that was coming.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Shout out to all you TGIF. It is thank Grandpa. It's Friday.
It's finally Friday all day long. It's finally
This is how we do. We keep moving on a Friday with you. Come on.
It's
Let's go.
Friday.
All right, we out here, bro. See, we got the Friday vibes already going. We're ready to rock and roll. And yes, there might be some people, visitors, if you will, coming into town tonight. However, we are still going to kick down the door to Club GACC tonight and bring the vibes live and in prime time. Woo! My friends, if you feel like cutting a rug, if you feel like busting loose, if you feel like your hips could use a little sway and shimmy, why don't you pull up to the Twitch stream or to the Greens VC, Who's to say, who's to know what might be played through your eardrums today? But it's going to be amazing, my friends. I'm fired up, ready to go. Matter of fact, a lot of things to do today before all this goes. I mean, man, we got a show to do. I got laundry to do. I got meetings to do. I got some cleaning still to do. I got some work to finish. Oh, my God. It's going to be one of those days. So my folks, my friends, my pals, my Forge and Fuel fam, buckle up, strap in. Grab that water that you might have chilling right there because I definitely have some of this. Right,
bro, I'm gagged to the bone today. Holy shit.
I've been telling you, I haven't been paying attention to the shirt. Grab a shirt and put it on.
And I even got a damn hat on, dude.
I'm
a company man. Don't say I don't rep the brand. What? Come on. Don't say I don't rep the brand.
Bro,
I'm a company man. Company man. That's all we do out here. I'm a fucking human billboard. I just walk outside and all I got is GACC and DHM.
Oh, that was me all day yesterday. I mean, I of course I do that every day. You watch. It's again, I could be the only. I'm like Brittany. I change clothes 3 or 4 times a day, depending on what meeting's happening and that kind of thing. So this will be one. There'll be another one when I go to the meetings, and then tonight for the DJ party, there'll be a third one. So talk about some wardrobe changes today. Yeah, that's exactly right. Hey, you wonder why I got to do laundry all the damn time? Jeez, I tell you what. However, sup, bro? Sup, bro?
Don't tread on me.
I might have went to the store yesterday and got me a little Dunkin' Donuts. And it's not called Caramel Delight. It's called Caramel Me Crazy.
Caramel Me Crazy. That's right.
Caramel Me Crazy. Ah, see?
That's right. That's right.
And I picked it up. So I did get me some of that. And
fire.
I got a little turtle dove. And
a partridge in a pear tree?
Bro, I got 3 different styles of coffee.
What the hell?
What?
It's fucking March. What's going on here?
I was there, and I was like, you know what? I'm here right now. Let me just go ahead and do this. Let me just make it happen. So I'm fired up, man. Let me tell you.
6 geese a laying? I mean,
bro, telling you, partridges in all the pear trees.
5 golden rings.
Bro, I'll take 5 golden rings right now.
I would too.
What are 4 calling birds for? I don't understand that.
I don't know what those were. I didn't even really ever understand the song. I just kind of sung along.
Yeah, I don't know who was packing all that shit up and where they were putting it all, but that's a lot of livestock and a lot of things to take care of.
That's a lot of shit. That's a lot of shit. Yeah, we always talk about selling it all, man, you know.
So good morning, everybody that's in the chat this morning. Thank you for being here. We're ready to fire it up. Man, TGIF, Forge and Fuel, the only way I know to start my Friday, baby.
Yeah. Shout out Swirl One. Appreciate you. Seeing if I got to repost anything here. All right. Shout out all you beautiful human beings reposting the show on all the platforms. I'm getting all the notifications right now. I see all you guys. Shout out. Oh, wait. Where was that?
I just did that too.
Wait a minute. Who was that? Was that?
Did you see I put decor up too?
Was that Mel?
I don't know if you noticed.
Oh, no. I thought that was. What'd you put up?
I put decor up.
Oh, what little Wu-Tang. Little Wu-Tang, huh? Hey, I like that. I like Cash moves everything around me.
It's a clock, actually. You can't tell
I was thinking that because
you can't tell what time it is from here, but
hey, that's all right though. I like a little something. A little something. Tell you you're active. You know, you got your TRX bands right there. You can tell you're an active fella.
Bro, I've been working out every day. I literally will grab all kinds of stuff here and just start picking it up and putting it down all day long.
So remember how I was telling you guys about my chesticles last night? They hurt like a mother fudger this morning. Let me tell you what.
Bruh.
Oh, son, I rolled out of bed and I went, ooh, 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 ooh.
Hey, bro. How's it going?
If you're trying to grow your tatas, maybe do some bottom partials and maybe don't try and lift the heaviest weights in the gym and your titties might just explode right off of your, well, that is your chest, right off of your ribs. Who's to say, who's to know? I'm just out here trying to grow.
They're coming back. I got my testicles coming back, bro. They're coming back.
Hey, mine are finally trying to grow in. DZ keeps telling me I got to get to 30 before I start. So who's to say, who's to know? But my friends, here we are live on your show, episode 689. Boy, oh boy, 11 episodes away from 700 on this fine program. Holy shit. And it's pie day. I should have brought a pie to the show. That's what I should have done. I should have ate a whole pie during the program. That would have really got some numbers going.
After all that.
I probably would have, but that would have really got some numbers going. I mean, I missed an opportunity here, Swirl.
Bro, now's the time for somebody to order a pizza and send it to Capp's house so they show up with the pie.
Smacked the whole fucking thing during the show. Who's to say, who's to know? I actually smacked the whole pizza pie last night for dinner, so it ain't much for me to do. Ain't much for me to knock down a nice little 14-incher. I'll just bloop. Who's say, who's to know? However, my friends, the show has officially begun, but we haven't officially got it underway. We have started a little opening banter, a little this, a little that. We got the cheers. Good morning, Vietnam. We're here live in prime time. Yes, yes, yes. But we haven't officially kicked this bad boy off the only way we know how. And if you don't know, you won't know. You have no clue where we're about to go. So let me tell you for a moment. In order to have a full day, a man who goes by the name, or went by the name, the late, great Jim Valvano said, you have to laugh, cry, and think. Now, we can guaranteed make you think on this show. Maybe you'll cry with some of the things we talk about. Who's to say, who's to know? And we can guaranteed make you laugh. How? You say, wait a minute, this is a motivational and inspirational show. How the hell are you two goofballs going to make us laugh? Well, just like that. A couple of circus clowns.
Honker.
And we set up an entire opening portion of the show that is dedicated to your morning laughs. And my friends, not one, not two, but count them 1, 2, 3 laughs coming your way on this Friday. That's right. Shout out to Mr. Reynolds. Oh my gosh, I couldn't remember his name for the longest time. Mr. Reynolds, my health teacher and my driver's ed teacher. He would say that all the time. It's a beautiful Friday. He would always say Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. All that. Who say who's
I don't understand that, but it's okay.
Hey,
some people wash their clothes too. So
hey, worse was a thing, dog. I grew up in a town. Graduated with 32 kids in my high school class. Who's say? However, I must warn you folks this morning.
Sorry.
Well, NSFW here today.
Jeez.
So if you
kids leave the room,
kids, you might want to get out of here for just a little while, or parents maybe turn the phone down a little bit, or if you're at work, maybe sneak off to a corner real quick, or if you got a really cool boss, like turn this shit up and be like, hey, this is the time right here. These are the guys I'm telling you about. This shit right here. Whatever it might be. Just want to give you that warning, friends and family, because we've got 3 coming your way. Laugh number 1 of the day features a legendary man who can only do it in the way he can. He goes by the name of Norm MacDonald. And this morning, here to give us your joke of the day.
My wife went into a coma.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
And the doctor said to me,
Forgive me.
you won't hear this from any 1935 comic. He says to me, there's one way to wake her up, but it's a little unconventional. You go in there and you have oral sex with her. I said, by God. He says, I've seen it work. I said, well, I'm willing to try. So I go in there, I'm in there about 5 minutes, and I come out. I said, Doc, she's choking.
So funny, dude. Oh, yeah, you probably should have explained what you really wanted him to do. I was just saying.
Fucking Norm MacDonald, bro. You won't hear this from any 1937 comic. Just his inflection. Oh, there's only one Norm MacDonald.
And then I was like, oh, that was good.
Willing to give it a try.
I'm willing to try. I mean, tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
Woo, Doc, she's choking. Oh, fuck. Sure. Joke of the day. Glad the ladies found that funny. it only gets worse from here, friends. All right. So
yeah, it's all downhill from it's Friday.
It's all downhill.
If you wanted the good shit, you should have showed up Monday.
Yeah, it's all from here. It does not get better. I promise you.
Hey, I've seen it go like this for weeks and then just fall right off, bro.
If you thought that was the worst of the NSFW, whoo, boy, you better strap in. So there's this platform out there. Was real popular when I was a kid. We used to get on it all the time and just have a gay old time. And then sometimes you'd run across a feller had his, tallywhacker on the screen, and then it really turned into a gay old time. Oh, next. That platform is called Omegle, and it's making a comeback these days, and the kids are starting to chat and have a good time, and there's a few other platforms like that are starting to spark a comeback. And boy, oh boy, things ain't like they used to be. and these guys out here today, they're getting played.
What, fool?
What's up, bro?
What the fuck?
What?
I ain't saying it.
Wait, bitch.
I don't even know what I'm looking at here.
That's the funniest shit I've watched.
What, fool?
What's up, bro?
Look at him. Look at him. He's so confused.
I'm confused.
What the fuck?
I don't know what's happening here at all.
What the
dude.
What?
I ain't saying it.
Baddest shit.
Wait, bitch.
Ready, bitch. I'm sorry.
I don't know what's great. The look on that guy's face or the voice, or I don't know. I don't even know what's going on. I've never even heard of what you're called. Bro.
I'm sorry.
Fuck, I'm way disconnected. I have no idea what that.
Ooh,
What's up,
shit.
bro? Huh.
He's you have to look at the captain. I'm sorry. Oh, your third laugh of the morning, friends. Oh boy, you might want to really strap in for this one.
That's so stupid. That's funny.
What the fuck? Your final laugh of the morning goes all the way off the deep end.
Oh, we're out there, bro, already.
Oh, buddy, we're out there. We're going to be drowning because now we go for a good old-fashioned roast battle between a transgender woman and a full-blown crippled man.
Oh,
give it to us, Deez.
Stop.
You know what, guys? This isn't fair. I can't call Joe any slurs, yet he gets to slur his way through this entire battle.
My speech is more clear than your gender. Robin had to quit smoking pot because she would frequently forget what gender she was.
The only person who has ever fucked Joe is God.
Good point. Some say Robin belongs to the men's room. Some say the women's room. I just wanted to stop crying in the handicap stall. When I was 10 years old, the state took me away from my mother. I haven't seen her in 21 years. So, like Robin, both our mothers want their sons back.
From the top rope! Woo! Oh, that boy said my speech is more clear than your gender.
That's hilarious right there, man. I don't care who you are. Oh, both our mothers want our sons back. That's hilarious.
Oh, that's funny. I don't care who you are.
Hey, but I will say the joke about the only thing that's ever fucked that dude was hilarious.
Good point.
He couldn't even dispute it. He's like, fuck me. That's a good one right there.
Forgive me, Father. Forgive me. Father. Only jokes meant to make your people laugh. Meant to make your people laugh. Only jokes.
We're just
Only
trying
jokes.
to start people great on Friday. That's all.
Trying to help them laugh. Forgive me, Father. I have sinned. Forgive me.
Yes, please forgive me, too.
Woo!
I shouldn't be laughing at that. So
Oh man, my abs are fine. Woo! I am fucking.
Yo, shout out that guy for going up there and just saying, yo, I'm gonna let it all out, bro. Fucking legend, man.
Woo! Well, friends.
Hey, my watch says, are you working out? Yes. Yes, I'm working.
Yeah, I am.
I'm working out right now. Yeah. Do you want me to record this? No.
Don't worry about this. Just delete this off of the face of the earth. Erase this out of memory. Well, friends, there is your morning laughs, your joke of the day played, and your roast battle. I see that tripped a few triggers over there in the old chat. And speaking of, if you got any triggers tripped over the duration of the program, whether you got a little additional thoughts, some perspectives, some insights on a topic we're talking about, maybe an additional question, maybe you want us to conversate a little bit more on a topic that we already discussed, or maybe you got a question even in regards to an obstacle you're dealing with and how you might need some help on turning it into an opportunity right here live in prime time on this show. Whatever it might be, drop it over there in the live chat, don't you know? And on the third segment of this show, we'll pop them up on the screen and see what y'all got to say. Nah, man. But speaking of segments, it appears to me, and Swirly D, and DEEZYY, as I hope to thee, that it's time to get into your opening segment of the day. It's time to get a little mindset flowing, baby. It's time to turn on the proverbial faucet of motivation and inspiration and just spray it out all over the doggone world. And whoever catches a little bit of the liquefied intensity and energy just might have an opportunity to share it with this world. That sounds like something you could handle. Well, rip out those notebooks and those pens or those pencils, whatever you might need to keep track of the knowledge and insights about to come your way, and also rip out those battle weapons and set those blades on the file. And get ready to sharpen up those sides so you can slay and fillet your way through the rest of your obstacles coming your way on this Friday as we get into your first segment of the day. It's time for your sharpening session. Alrighty then, my friends. Here we are back live in prime time on episode 689 for your first segment of the day, your sharpening session on this fantastic Friday, March the 14th, 2025, Pi Day 3.14159227. Who's to say, who's to know if you know the rest of it? However, no more jokey jokes, no more nonsense. Well, there'll probably be plenty more nonsense and who knows what other rabbit holes as we go on this show. I mean, it is Friday. But it's time to button it up just a little bit. Time to get just a little dose of seriousness going on around here. And that's where we start with your opening segment of the day, where we get into a little mindset, a little motivation, a little inspiration as Swirl One ties his double Windsor knot nice and tight. My friends, maybe you didn't see the title of the show. Maybe you didn't look at the thumbnail, so you have no idea where we're about to go. So let me be the first to get you up to date before we begin and conversate on your opening topic of the day, the extra 20%. The extra 20%. This morning, my friends, I wanted to share with you a little poem that I came across, or a group of thoughts, not necessarily a poem, doesn't really rhyme. I actually posted it on my story a couple of days ago. Don't know how many people saw it, but if you didn't, it's going to be a nice little treat for you. And if you did, we're going to dive a little bit deeper down the rabbit hole of what that might actually mean. So this morning, my friends, kick things off. Allow me to share with thee the extra 20%. I have a theory. If you put in 80%, you get 80% back. But if you put in 100%, you get 1000% back. The last 20% is where the magic happens, because almost nobody is mad enough to go all in. Only a perfect storm of delusion, obsession, and a pinch of childhood trauma makes that extra 20% possible. It's the part where you keep going long after logic says retreat, where your biggest weakness becomes your biggest strength, an inability to stop. Because at a certain point, success isn't about talent or luck. It's about who's willing to suffer for the longest. Pain is the filter. Few pass through it. Pain is the filter. Few pass through it. Couple of parts that I wanted to pull out on there. First thing, what's your 20%? What is that thing that could take you from 80% to 100%? That thing or those things that can take you from good to great. And if you're a super soldier, a 1%er, which you're probably tuning into the show, you probably can think of those things already. Those little adjustments, those little moves, those little things that you can go all in to ensure that you get the 1000% return. And as we've been talking about all these different topics this week, it leads right in to now is the moment to go all in, to stop giving only 80%. Everybody can get 80% returns by just simply showing up. Everybody gets 80% returns. That's just the basic average return of life. But if you give that extra 20%, you do the things that nobody does. You make the cuts that no one will. You invest in the things that nobody else does. You do the things that rich people do to get rich. Then eventually you'll get those 1000% returns. That's compound interest. Giving 100% to eventually get 1000% back. And it said a perfect storm of delusion, obsession, and childhood trauma. Delusion, you got to think that you're going to make it and you're going to be the best before you even step on the field. You got to think that you won the game before you even have. You have to believe that you have slayed the giant Goliath before you even found the perfect stone to put in your sling. Because if you don't believe in you before you even get the opportunity, then when are you going to believe in you? You're going to all of a sudden believe in you because now you're standing on the field, but you didn't believe in yourself all that time through training. So now when the bright lights come on, you're telling me you're not going to sink to the level of your training. You're all of a sudden going to rise to some big grandest occasion when you never trained for said occasion. An obsession with that training over and over again, consistent day in and day out. And I think about that childhood trauma, whether you dealt with divorce or losing your parents or, significant amount of bullying, never fit in, whatever it was. It seems like the greatest people who get the greatest returns in this life, they have some sense of childhood trauma, but the key is they don't let it stop them. Rather, they lean into it. And like yesterday, being the underdog, they don't make it their crutch. Rather, they make it their edge. And that's when your biggest weakness becomes your biggest strength. You find that inability to stop, can't stop, won't stop. You just keep checking boxes, keep moving, keep grooving. And the biggest thing that I really I pull from this is pain is the filter. Few pass through it. Pain is the filter. Few pass through it. And I think about Mama Capp's quote, "This too shall pass. I just have to pass through it." All these trials and tribulations will pass. I just have to pass through them to get to the triumph. All these obstacles will pass. I just have to get through them to get to the opportunity. All these losses will pass. I just have to get through them to get to the lesson. All these things will pass. The pain, the tightness, the hallway, not finding the next door. That's the filter. That's what filters out the people who are given the great idea that I always talk about. The 15, 20 people on this flat plane that are given that idea about that specific thing, that $1 million idea that all of a sudden you see the commercial and you say, that was my idea. Well, did you go all the way through the pain and go all the way through and take it all the way to market? Or did you stop when the pain got a little too tough? You know, that filter, you got stopped in the charcoal. You didn't even make it down to the sand or to the minerals. You didn't even get to the good stuff. Shit, you stopped at the dark, nasty, dusty bullshit. You didn't even get down to the good shit to really get filtered out, to really become the best version of you. Pain is the filter if you pass through it. And I'll leave you with this. I said it at the beginning, but you get 80% if you just show up. You get 80% returns if you just show up to this life. If you just wake up in the morning, brush your teeth, throw on your clothes, go to work, do your job, come back home, you get 80% returns. Will it be fulfilling? Probably not. Will you pay your bills? Probably. Will you have all the things you want in this life? Probably not. So maybe it's time to start giving 100%. Maybe find that extra 20%. That little bit of madness, that little bit of crazy, that little bit of obsession that nobody else is willing to do. Because I promise you, I'm seeing in my own life right now as I speak to you, if you give 100%, if you find that extra 20, life will begin to compound for you and you will have 1,000% returns. So my friends, find that extra 20% today and watch your life grow and expand in ways you never imagined. Who's to say, who's to know? What do you think about those thoughts to open up the show, Swirl One?
I like it. Those are awesome. And I do appreciate the fact that the extra 20%, well, I got a little different perspective on it. Hey,
I love that.
So I'm just going to tell you.
Hey, I love that.
So
would kind of be boring if you just said the same shit I said.
Yeah, it really would be. So we talk about the 1% all the time. We talk about people that are willing to go up and get everything possible. And then 99% of the people out there stay what? Average. That's correct. They're the worst of the best of the worst. That's all they are. They don't try to be better. They're not trying to break out. They're not making themselves stand out from the crowd in any way, shape, or form. Well, in my business, there's always been a saying. And it was something that was told to me from the very beginning. I remember when I first started looking around and watching people do certain things, I was like, man, that guy's good. Man, look at this guy. No matter what, he's always got a customer with him. No matter what, he's always winning. Man, how is he always selling? How is he always with? Man, this guy, every time I come to work, he's with somebody. And somebody said to me, he goes, well, you got to understand, that's our top guy. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, does he sell a lot? Oh, he sells a lot. How many of those? I only got 2 of those. Oh, okay. Yeah, this guy, and there's one over the other side. She does a killer job. Same thing, blah, blah, blah. I was like, what about everybody else? Oh, well, we all get by. And then a person walked up to me and says, hey, I think you're learning about the new guys. Yeah. Hey, just so you understand, in any sales organization, just so you know, this is no different. I'm like, okay, this is my first sales job. And it said the top 20% are making 80% of the money. 80% of those people are making the other 20%. Well, I had to think about that for a minute. The top 20% are making 80% of the money. The other 80% are fighting over the 20%. It's exactly right. That's exactly what's going on. And you think about that. How does that happen? Why is that way? People, oh, well, he's lucky. Like I just said, man, that guy, he's lucky. I don't know how he's out in front of people. Well, you know what he did or she did? They figured out the way to do what 1%ers do. They go the extra mile. They make the extra call. They get up a little bit earlier and they make something happen. So by being a 1%er, they make 80% of the money because when they get to work, there's only 2 of them there. Think about this. You have 10 salespeople in that place. How many are the top 20%? 2. Is it you and someone else? Or is it you watching 2 other people be that person? That's the question. And whenever you get to work, you wonder, man, how come I can't make ends meet? How come I'm not making enough money? Man, why is this the case? Well, it's because you're fighting over the 20% with 8 other people. Think about that, man. Split $100 up and realize that 2 people just took $80 and the other, right? Yeah. Yeah, the other 8 people are fighting over $20. Think about that in your life. If you're not doing the extra things, you're not going the extra mile, you're not doing something to be that extra 20% that are making all the coin, that are actually bringing impact to their lives, then what are you doing today? Why do you even get up? I'm asking you, why do you get up? Because I'll tell you right now, the world is average. 99% of the world doesn't like getting up. They hit the snooze button, they go to work, and they fight for 20%. Is that what you're getting up for today? Or are you going to be a beast? You're going to get up, do that extra 1%, everything you possibly can, that one extra step. We talked about how easy it is to be average. It's 1% more. In 10 calls, it's making 1 more call. In 10 door knocks, it's 1 more door. It's amazing what will make you that top 20%. And you, my friends, will make extra 80% of the money that everybody will look for.
Damn, I was furiously writing notes over here. That was some great perspective, man. That was some solid ass shit right there. 20% making 80% of the money, and then 80% of the people are fighting over the remaining 20%.
Bruh.
Wow. And you just put into words the realization that I had when this desk was on that wall and I was sitting here making 150 fucking calls a day, thinking, wait a minute, and I started thinking, wow, maybe I could give more effort. Maybe I could do things on my own. Maybe, holy shit, I have a degree in business management and entrepreneurship. Why am I not using this shit? And I started thinking about that the other day. How many kids, well, they're fucking grown ass adults now. We're 30 years old, motherfuckers, that I went to college with, have the same degree that I do with a minor in sales, the same whole fucking deal. And they never started a business. They never got into management. They never went into any type of entrepreneurial thing. And they did the same classes as me. They did the presentations. I did a full Shark Tank class where I had to come up with an idea and take it all the way to investor presentation. I did consulting. I did fucking philanthropy shit. I did corporate finance. I did operations. I did all of the doggone shit. I had the knowledge. I just had to apply it. And I have been given the opportunity to go out and apply it. But the thing is they don't tell you how to apply it. And that's the hardest part. The school system doesn't tell you how to apply these things. You have to be willing to just go fucking figure it out. Because messy action is better than perfect inaction. We not talk about that this week. Everybody wants it to be perfect. Before they put anything out or before anybody hears anything or sees anything, or it's got to be absolutely perfect. Never forget that. I came across a clip of a guy the other day. He was talking about exactly that. Oh, you have this feeling inside of you and you don't know if it'll go here or there. You don't know what's going to happen. So then you just don't put it out. And the caption of that video was, I wasn't going to put this video out because I was dealing with these exact thoughts. Had to listen to my own advice. And that video had like 20,000 likes on it. It was absolutely fucking viral. It was cool as hell. And just that, doing what nobody else will do. Putting yourself in uncomfortable positions, trying things nobody else will try. I mean, it breaks my heart, man. I see all these guys and gals that I went to school with that had so much potential, so fired up about life and driven, and now they're just some dead-end corporate job, fucking doing nothing. I get on LinkedIn and they've had their 7th job post-college, and I'm just like, oh my. How do you want to live like that? No thanks. I'm good.
Buddy, I tell you what, you have to get up, like Jared just said, like a beast. You have to get up and know you're going to get a win today. There's people out there that just go to work and they hope to earn 20% of the money. That's what's crazy. They go in there and that's what they hope for. They don't ever get promoted. They don't ever do anything more. They actually don't even have the will or want. I talked to somebody. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I didn't even talk to them. They were talking in a moving vehicle that I was in, and it was a public transportation of a vehicle, and somebody was talking. And they were talking to these people across, the aisle from them. And this lady says, I told them I don't want to move up. I told them I don't want to have anybody under me. I told them that. And I'm sitting there looking at them like, you're literally, why would you even work there after you just told your boss, I don't want to do anymore. I don't want to get any better. I'm not looking to move forward any longer. I mean, at what point do you look at yourself and say, well, what now? What do you do now? And that's the craziest thing to me. I have to get up, and that's why I drop and give myself 30. That's why I do grab these weights over here and start lifting them every now and then. That's why last night when I turned off this computer and I was like, I need to relax my brain. I went back upstairs, relaxed my brain for a little bit, and all of a sudden my brain came out. I was like, you know what? I went back downstairs, turned the computer back on, and got back in the craft. Sometimes you just got to get up in the middle of the night and start shooting baskets. You know why? Because 99% of the people are wondering, how am I going to get my sleep? Where am I going to get my sleep? You know what I was wondering? How quickly can I get that knowledge? How fast can I make this happen? And how soon can I get to my goal? It has nothing to do with sleep. It has nothing to do with it. This morning, my alarm went off. I was up. You know why? Because I was dreaming about what I was doing last night. So when I woke up this morning, I was ready for it. I'm going to do everything possible to be that top 1%. So when I go into whatever workplace or whatever I want to do, I'm going to be making 80% of the impact.
Yeah, man. It's funny you talked about dreaming about what you're doing. It starts to happen. It's fucking funny, man, because it gets embedded in your subconscious. And that's where you go when you go to sleep. You go to these other realms that we'll save that for Decoding the Divide. We'll have to roll up a joint and talk about all that shit. That gets way too deep for this morning. However, you have that golden cord, brings you back every single day. We can talk about that whole thing. However, that's where you learn lessons, where your soul learns lessons and you begin to find things and you build energy. It is the weirdest fucking thing. And then you wake up more fired up to do it in this realm. And then you somehow have the answers and the passion, the drive, and holy shit, you just keep going forward and things keep happening. But most people just get lost in the daily monotony. Most people are just trying to scrape by. And I love that we have this show to hopefully just one person changes a thought, moves a muscle, and starts being that extra 20%. Starts going above and beyond. Whether they are an entrepreneur or a 9-to-5er, I don't give a fuck. I don't judge you because you're a W-2. If you're making money doing it, do your fucking thing. I am not fucking judging you. Do your fucking thing. But are you going all the way? Are you the one? Are you the dog? Are they always looking to promote you? Are they always looking at you for answers? And if not, maybe now's the time. Now's the time to start making those moves because maybe shit is really going to start shaking and shifting and moving in today's society. And if you're not at the top of your game, they're just going to start slashing. And you talked about having, people who just, I didn't want more responsibility. I don't what the hell. I never thought, fuck this. It's funny. Mama Capp, she's an entrepreneur. Both my parents were entrepreneurs. So this was just always destiny for me. And I watched for the longest time her struggle with employees. And she had one specific employee who was really decent. She was smart. She was great. She was always crushing it at tournaments. The pool players loved her. I mean, she was a great individual. And she had a lot of promise to potentially take over the business from my mom, let my mom kind of take a back seat, and she could kind of keep pushing forward. And my mom approached her about that one day, and I'll never forget. She said, no, I don't think so. I never really thought about that. I don't think I'll do that. And now there's 3 families who they all know, that person knows, who now owns what my mom had, but that person never thought that, oh shit, that's what I could have done. And it was employee after employee after employee that just continued to build a barrier. Are you building a barrier for your boss, or are you helping things go a little smoother. You looking out, I know you hate your fucking boss. Well, then get in a job where you fucking like your boss. Or maybe it's not your fucking boss. You just show up like an asshole every single day. Who's the fuck to say? Who's to know? And then it's funny. I started working for Mama Capp. I say, hey, Ma, look, let me help you out with some things. Let me make some moves. You got to get this fucker sold. Let's start doing some different shit. And it was funny when she had somebody who was on the same page and was giving her ideas and try this, do that, look here. It didn't take 6 months and that fucker was sold. She was sitting there saying, how the hell did this happen? So if you can just be that person who gives that extra 20, maybe to somebody else, maybe something else starts happening. The more you do for others, the more that comes back to you. Who's to say, who's to know?
Man, I'm telling you, it's a lesson in life. You literally have to be somebody who makes the extra call, who go the extra mile, and not worry about the destination. Just worry about the fact that you're able to take that step. Well, wait a minute, I still got energy left. Let me take that step. Oh, I still got energy. Let me drop and get myself 30. Hey, I still got energy left. I got time. Yesterday, I was thinking about this a ton. And I did some things yesterday to make sure that, yes, I was the top 20%. Yesterday, hey, we all get pressures and we all get frogs. And I was noticing a little frog that kept trying to peek his head around the corner. He wouldn't pop around the corner, so I couldn't quite tell if it was really a frog. And I was like, something might be a frog over there. I'm like, and so I started paying attention. I kept trying to catch it, and he wouldn't catch, wouldn't go anywhere. So I was like, you know what? Before that frog lands on my plate, let me get ahead of it real quick. So I made a phone call. I said, hey, you know this frog? You seen that frog over there? Yeah, it's paying attention to me. You want to get on a call real quick and tell me how I can eat this frog or how I can kill this frog before it comes around? Yes, got you. And I did that yesterday. Let me tell you something. I don't see that frog anymore. I didn't have to kill it. I had to eat it. But that's the thing about it. When you see something coming, buddy, do that extra thing. Get the extra mile. Go the extra 2 steps or make that extra call because 80% of that reward is yours.
Boy, what a great opening topic here today. I'll read that poem to you one more time. We'll drop that last bomb on you guys. I have a theory. If you put in 80%, you get 80% back. But if you put in 100%, you get 1,000% back. The last 20% is where the magic happens. Because almost nobody is mad enough to go all in. Only a perfect storm of delusion, obsession, and a pinch of childhood trauma makes that extra 20% possible. It's the part where you keep going long after logic says retreat, where your biggest weakness becomes your biggest strength, an inability to stop. Because at a certain point, success isn't about talent or luck. It's about who's willing to suffer for the longest. Pain is the filter. Few pass through it. Whoo! That doesn't get you fired the fuck up on a Friday. I don't know what will. Whoo! There is your sharpening session, my friends. Hope you're feeling alive. Hope you're coming alive. Hope you got some good notes. Hope that coffee's flowing a little smoother. Your workout's going a little nicer. Whatever you might be doing right now, I hope you got a little more fire under the keister because you're tuning into this show. But my friends, it's time to keep this, speaking of proverbial show train, steaming on down the tracks of change as we make a pit stop here at Perspective Station. And we get off of said train and we go to the other side of the station and we see the white sandy beaches of wonderful knowledge. And we see the cruise liner of change. Everybody, make your way as we begin to surf through the waves of wisdom. Get yourself a new fresh sheet of notebook paper, maybe a fresh cup of Java or even a little bit of water. Make sure you fix your posture and let's make our way all the way over to Insight Island as we get into your second segment of the day. It's time for your Reaction Refinery. Okie doke artichokes. Here we are back live in prime time on your 689th episode of Forge and Fuel.
And where'd you get 300 from this morning, by the way?
Well, when I was saying 3.141597.
I got you. Okay, I'm like, bro,
Speaking
where
about
did 300 come from? That's such a random number too.
Yeah, I was saying the date before the number, but I was meaning to say the number before the date. But I was really excited about Pi Day, so I just
Makes perfect sense. Now I get it.
That's where I was at. Who's to know? Episode 689, 314, Pi Day 2025. Hope you're ready to keep coming alive because we got plenty more vibes coming your way on this Reaction Refinery. Hey, I'm a poet. Now you really know it. Strap in, tap in, lock in for your 4 clips of the day. Woo! We got some hot ones coming your way. One that's been floating around the internet. D sent my way. I saved it. I said, yeah, I saw that a couple times. That's a banger. We got to bring that here. Another one D sent me. One that I found just scrolling around. And then another one I found just scrolling around. So, my friends, without any further hesitation or delay, let's get into your first clip of the day, which features a young man. He is rather prevalent on the social media. I don't think I've ever seen him on a podcast or anything like that, but maybe he's starting to really pick up some steam and might just be getting those opportunities coming his way. So I'll speak that into existence for the one and only Javon Cross, who is here to give us a little perspective on, do we need therapy or do we just need a reality?
Therapist, you need to stop acting like life is a medical condition. Bad days aren't trauma and feeling lost isn't a disorder. And not getting your way, that's not oppression, that's Tuesday. People have started diagnosing normal struggles like they're psychological crisis, when in reality life comes with stress, setbacks, and uncertainty. That's not dysfunction, that's just being alive. Therapy has its place, but so does resilience. At some point, you have to stop overanalyzing every inconvenience and start handling things like a functional adult. Because resilience isn't outdated, it's just rebranded as toxic positivity.
Therapy or just a reality check? Yeah, pills are just a checkup from the neck up. Booze or just a slap in the back of the head. What do you need? Maybe it's not all bad. Maybe you're not oppressed and everything's so bad and oh my goodness. Maybe it's just Tuesday. Maybe just some shit's hitting the fan on Tuesday and you just got to make it to Wednesday. Realize that all of this shit, all of these trials and tribulations, they're just that. And it's all in your mindset and how you choose to look at these things. And you don't need to just go and talk to somebody else who doesn't give a damn. You thinking the therapist likes you is like thinking a man going to the strip club, thinking the stripper loves him. It's not it's the same fucking thing. It doesn't work. They don't care. They're there to get your money anyway. And if you watch the videos across the internet, they prescribe the same pills, tell you have the same problems, do the same fucking thing, and you wonder why there's such a mental health crisis in this country. But we have so many psychologists and brain health experts, but for some reason, people aren't getting cured. What a coinky-dink that is. So that's why things like this are so doggone important, and speaking real and raw and open and saying, hey, maybe it's not so bad after all. Maybe you can make it through, and maybe being resilient and standing 10 toes down and bringing energy to every place you go in and kicking the fucking door down and letting them know you're shining so bright it doesn't matter what time of day it is not toxically positive. It's just choosing to be resilient and keep walking through the fire and the flames.
I love the fact that he was talking about that. People out there are looking at everything in life like, oh my gosh, it's because the universe did this. Oh, I don't know what to say. They overanalyze everything. And I see it all the time. People do it in real time, right there in front of you. You can actually watch it happen. You know, yesterday I had a lot of things I had to get done, and there was so much on my plate. And, you know, I added some things to my plate on top of that. I didn't care. I was like, you know, I got time. I got energy. Let me make this happen. I'm not lazy. And I got so many things done. And yeah, did it all go right? No, it didn't all go right. But he's right. That's exactly what happens. It's a Tuesday. It's a Thursday. Things are going to go wrong. There's going to be challenges. Life is never, ever going to be smooth. I don't care if you have $1 billion. I don't care if you have $1. You're going to have a problem. Things are going to be coming up around the corner. And you're like, damn, man, that again? Man, I thought I took care of that. Oh, this or that. But let me tell you, I did take care of the 4 or 5 things yesterday. And towards the end of the day, when I was sitting there. My mind was spinning. It wasn't spinning because of things that I had to do. It was spinning because of the forward thinking that I had. That's what's different, is when I separate myself from the anxiety of the past and all things that I didn't do, should have done, and could have done. I start thinking about my vision for the future. And I start thinking, man, what can I do? What more can I do right now? I still got time and energy. Where can I go? What next step can I take? And I do everything I can to stay motivated in those moments, because you know what? I still got good rest last night, even after all was said and done. So, man, telling you right now, stop overanalyzing everything. Therapy's not going to get you anywhere. You know what's going to get you everywhere? Action.
Put that quote out. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday from the Diamond Hand page. All the advice in the world won't take you anywhere until you take the first action.
Bruh.
First clip of the day. Shout out to Javon Cross.
That was fire. I like that one.
I like that one too. Therapy or reality check. Your second clip of the morning, my friends. Another banger. This one is in the real variety, not R-E-A-L, but R-E-E-L. Some graphics, a little narration, and some words popping up on your screen. And it is bringing a ton of perspective on 3 phrases that we are destroying ourselves with.
Unknowingly destroying your own reality every single day. And the worst part, it's because of 3 simple phrases you use all the time. Listen carefully, because this will change your life. Phrase 1, hope. Hope sounds positive, right? Wrong. Hope is uncertainty, hope is doubt, and the universe doesn't respond to doubt. When you say, I hope, you're telling the universe, I don't really believe this will happen. Instead, say, I know. Certainty creates manifestation. When you flick a light switch, you don't hope it turns on. You know it will. Your manifestations need that same level of confidence. Phrase 2, I need. Need creates lack. The more you say I need, the more you confirm to the universe that you don't have it, and the universe mirrors your reality. If you say you need something, it will always stay just out of reach. Instead, say I have. You must embody what you desire before it becomes real. Phrase 3, if it's meant to be. This is the ultimate surrender of your power. You are not at the mercy of fate. You don't just hope things work out, you make them work out. Instead, say, it is already mine. Reality doesn't decide your future. You do. These phrases are keeping you stuck in the collective hive mind. The moment you shift your words, you shift your frequency. Change your language, and you change your life. Drop a blueprint in the comments, and I'll...
So let me tell you something. It's so funny. So yesterday I was doing some research, and again, it's funny. Mama Cass list. Do you guys ever stop? No, we don't fucking stop. I was all day long into my fucking bag trying to chase the game, bro. So let me tell you, when you look at life and you think about what you do every day, you know, we talk about movement. We talk about putting that water in our body, and there's a reason why we're telling you that. Water creates a little bit more lubrication within your body. You're actually made of water, so you need to add to it on a consistent basis. Water yourself, right? That's the thing. Make sure that you're getting good sleep. Get that movement in. You know, when you start moving around, what happens to, and we've talked about this before, we're all just energy, little particles moving around. As you start moving around, those particles start moving around, start vibrating. Well, what do we talk about? EFV all the time, right? Energy, frequency, vibration. As that's vibrating, you vibrate at a higher state because you've been working out. Well, everything you want is vibrating at a higher state. So if you're going to try to be somebody and do something, you better be moving every day, moving your mind, moving your muscles, lubricating your body with that water, because I promise you, what you want exists on another frequency, on a higher plane. It's not a lower plane, it's a higher plane, and it's already there. If you don't have a vision board or something, just like Capp had it the other day, he's got the mind movie. If you don't have one, it needs to be created. And when you create one, it needs to say things like, I am the best at whatever I do. I will, or I'm sorry, not I will, but I have bought my mom a home. I have bought my grandma a car, whatever it is. It's you have already done that, because it does exist out there. You just haven't met that frequency yet. So keep raising and elevating your frequency on a daily basis until that frequency and you meet. And then one day you'll be able to turn around and say, well, shit, I did buy my mom a house. I did buy my grandma a car.
Yep. All of that right there. EF and V somewhere. Ken Buckler's running laps around his house right now. Who's to know? Tell you what, I've really been focusing on this lately, and just how you speak to yourself, and the I need, right? And one of the big things, I need money. I need money.
I do too.
Little take it back one time. Got weed.
Got blunt.
Take test high. Study high. Take test high. Get high
Get high
scores.
scores.
Get them. Who's to know? Hey, you. That's a banger. That's some old school right there. I need money. However, I have money. I have all the opportunities at my fingertips to make money. Money flows to me endlessly. It can sense when I need it. I do not need money. I do not have to earn money. Money comes to me. I have the ability to make money and create out of thin air. Those are the things you should be saying. And I even caught myself last night when I was telling the fam about, the DJ parties. Well, if we can hopefully, nope. When we get to 200 plus and we make this happen, I'm going to be able to tell you guys this. I catch myself right in the middle when I'm live on the show. No, I don't hope shit when XYZ happens, because if I stay in this, that's what they say, live as the version of the person that has already accomplished that thing. Even though you're not, you're still here. Don't get stuck in your reality. Keep focusing on where you're going to go and speak and visualize as if you have already made it there. That's what's acting. Fake it till you make it. That's not even faking it till you make it. That's just being real and becoming the best version of you. But it's so cliche, because what do you say right at the end? You speaking that way is keeping you in the hive mind. And when you begin to change the way you speak and catch yourself and say those things, that's stupid. Oh, you changed, bro. Anybody that tells you you've changed, bro, sees your growth and just doesn't know how to do themselves.
Yeah. And I'm going to say one more thing, because you tripped my trigger right there. You were talking about, I have money. I create money out of thin air. And, day before yesterday, I had something come up out of nowhere. And thank God I take care of the 4 or 5 things every day. That's all I got to say, because I was like, well, I was at a crossroads with myself and some other things, and something happened. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Go all in. Here we go. Fuck it. We got to do what you got to do. And so when this thing comes up and you had to do what you got to do, you're like, damn it. And you're like, damn, that's going to hurt. I don't know how I'm going to handle that. But you know what? I'm not going to think about that right now. Life of abundance. I'm going to keep moving forward. And as I move forward, 2 days later, I went down and checked out something today, and I'll be damned if by somehow that exact amount of money got deposited in my account for some other reason. Out of nowhere. Didn't even expect it. And I'm like, Sometimes, man, don't second guess yourself. Just do it. If you know it's good for you, life of abundance, I guarantee it'll come back.
Yeah. Most people aren't mad enough to make the decisions that really count, though. And that's what I'm just really thinking,
It solidified so much just when I got that happen. It's just like, yep, I did the right thing.
To make the sacrifices and do the things you don't want to do and put yourself in situations while everybody else is in another situation you might want to be in, but you have to improve yourself. You have to make yourself better. Now's the time we got to lock down. I've been doing it in my entire 20s, and I told DZ this the other day. I say, yo, bro, people used to fuck with me because of my ability to not need to fucking do this or that or the third and just lock in. And I have a lot of things that I'm trying to accomplish. None of those people are around me anymore. And he just kind of looked at me and I said, think about what the fuck I just said. None of those people are around me anymore. I don't need that fucking shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't need to be seen. I don't need to fucking party. I don't need your fucking shit. I'm on a mission right now. If you can't see the passion, the mission, and the vision, and it's not lining up with my 4 or 5 things, why the fuck am I going to go stand with my dick in my hand around people I don't even like, going to places that every time I fucking end up there, I end up popping somebody in the fucking mouth? Why do I want to do that to myself? That doesn't sound fun. Maybe I'll keep myself in the good situations. Who's to say, who's to know? Your third clip of the second segment of the show features 2 fantastic individuals. One young man who has given me tons of perspective and thoughts and insights and knowledge over my duration on these motivational and inspirational lanes. He goes by my tagline, Dr. JBP. If you don't know, the one and only Jordan B. Peterson. Here this morning from the Dr. Jordan B. Peterson podcast with his good friend, Mr. Keith Campbell, to give us some perspective on nice guys.
All losers will attempt to pass themselves off as nice guys. And I mean the infantile dependent types. I'm not infantile and dependent. I'm nice. So some nice guys are competent, but all infantile losers, except those who've fallen completely off the edge of the world and are resentful beyond belief, they're going to pass themselves off as nice guys. And that's a major problem, because what woman in her right mind wants a dependent man? You might as well just have a child, right? At least the child has an excuse.
And I think this is so important, because I get tired of guys saying, I'm a nice guy. I'm like, really? You out doing charity work every week? You down at the church every week putting together the kids' camp? Because I bet if you were doing that, women would find you attractive. I bet you're just kind of weak.
You know what you are? You're fucking boring. That's what you are. Fucking boring. I'm a nice guy, which means I don't do anything. Somebody take care of me. That's what you're fucking saying. I'm a nice guy. Bro, I used to be a nice guy. That's how I know this. I had girls stomp all over me because I was a nice guy. I am done being nice to people. I have boundaries, and you have to fucking handle that. And if you don't like those boundaries, then guess what? You're going to find out how not nice I am, because that's just the way it is. I don't got time to waste on people or trivial things. So let me tell you, if it doesn't have to do with my 4 or 5 things and I don't see you growing me or growing with me, I don't have time for you, your energy, or anything you have to bring or provide. I don't care what you think it is. That's the difference. Nice guys out there will take anything because, hey, somebody's going to actually appreciate, take care of me. Oh, man, I'm in. I'll take whatever. And they end up with a wife they hate, a life they hate, kids that they can't stand, and a life of just agony every day trying to go home. You know, one of the greatest things I ever saw, and the greatest, it's so interesting. One of the best marketing things I ever saw was at the St. Louis airport. And I'll never forget it. It's still there right now. If you were to go down the escalators in the Southwest terminal, the Delta terminal, and you go down, there's a sign. And it said, you should love going home. And then it said, divorce lawyer, call me if you don't.
Talk about marketing.
It was great. Right off the plane, right there. You're like,
Talking about marketing. Yeah, you know, I did see a bunch of badass bitches out in that for it. You know what? As a matter of fact,
I'm not looking forward to going home at all.
Fuck Christine. You know what? Look, give me that phone. Man, I have been operating on that for a hot minute now. You know, one of JBP's big things is be dangerous. Be able to hold a baby and break a neck in the same day. And I'm not a nice guy. I used to be a nice guy, and it got me walked all the fuck over. And I think about this Glorilla line. Yeah, bitch, I'm cocky. When I was just humble, they didn't appreciate it. What's the problem? You didn't like it when I was all humble and cute about it and nice and helping everybody. It didn't matter then. Oh, but now I'm saying something. I'm standing 10 toes down. I'm speaking my mind. Now all of a sudden, oh, now you got something to say. Now you want a perspective. No, I'm not a nice guy. I'm a good man, though. I have boundaries. I know how to communicate. I build my business. I mind my business, etc. I do the things. I go the extra 20%. I am a high-value man. That guy's a high-value man. They're very DZ, high-value man. We do things that the average person doesn't do. And boy, oh boy, I'm never trying to be a nice guy again. I'll still hold the dough. I still smile. I'll tell a joke. I'll talk in the doggone line. That ain't being a nice guy. That's being a good man. That's shining your light. That's showing what everybody else, what it means to be a man. Stand 10 toes down. Hold that door for that person. Help that old lady across. Reach up on that aisle for that person. That's not being a nice guy. That's being a good man. That's doing things nobody else will do. Who's to say, who's to know? Shout out JBP and Keith Campbell. Really? Are you down at the puppy shelter every week? Are you down at the soup kitchen dishing out meals? Oh, no, you're not. No, you're not. Oh, I just think
life sucks. Weak. You're average and you're boring.
I just think your fourth and final clip of the morning, my friends. features a man who has also given me many, many, many perspectives as I have continued down these motivational and inspirational lanes. A man who can only say it the way he can. Not many can tell you to stop being a bitch, and you really feel it down in your core. Not many can tell you pick them running shoes up off the floor, lace them up, motherfucker, stay hard, and you want to just go crush some shit. The man, the myth, the legend. Who's carrying the boats, motherfucker?
DG, baby.
David Goggins, live in the building. We ain't had DG back
I like DG,
on the show
bro.
for a minute.
His books are good. He's a good dude,
love
man.
this guy. I love this guy. And this perspective right here going to tie it all together, my friends. Nice little cherry on top of the proverbial show Sunday so far, as DG joins us and asks us to tell ourselves the truth.
It's the fucking truth. I was a fucking pathetic motherfucker, man. People cannot say that to themselves. We have to choose these great fucking magical words that makes people feel good. Tell yourself the truth. If someone calls you fucking fat, they may be bullying you, but you might be fucking fat. Someone calls you dumb, it's mean, but you might be fucking dumb. It's life, man. Take it for what it's worth and change it.
Holy fucking data, bro. You gotta be something in there that's gotta be true. And if you are taking it a certain way, fucking do something about it. That's all I got to say about that. I just said it. I used to be this. I know I got walked over. I did something about it. I used to be broke. Guess what? I fucking did something about it. I used to be not confident, not ready to walk into a room, would never be able to shine my light or let anybody know who the hell bro. I fixed all that. I killed all those demons. I murdered them motherfuckers a long time ago. They're lost, and I don't even know where I left them on the path back there. But hey, I tell myself the truth. If I'm being lazy, that's why I say you're not lazy. You know why? Because that's the fucking truth. You know why I say it? I don't say it to hype myself up. I say it because it's the truth. I'm not lazy. I will do the extra shit. I will do the hard things. I won't sit back and rest on my laurels and think I've made it with where I'm at right now. This isn't the end all be all. I still have days in the sun. I'll continue to move forward and I will win the day. That's all there is to it. Don't lie to yourself. Tell yourself the truth.
That is exactly what I was thinking as I found this video last night. It's only data, man. It's only data. What are you doing with it? Are you getting mad about it and continue doing the same things over and over, expecting different results? Well, keep on going down the path, Captain Insano, because you're just going to keep getting more stupid. Or maybe somebody tells you might act a little stupid. Maybe you don't like the way they said it, but maybe there just might be a little bit of truth there. Maybe it's time to do a little reflection. If you adjusted that one thing, maybe that's your 20%. Maybe that's your 20%. Maybe that's the thing you could fix, you would fix, you should fix, but you just never choose to. And you just keep giving 80% because of that thing, and then you change it, and all of a sudden life starts giving you 1,000% returns, things you never imagined before. How about that? Little cherry on top of the old Sunday there, kids. There is your reaction refinery on this beautiful Friday. It's time to keep this show moving on down the road as we have now made it to Insight Island. And we have our hotel over here where you can visit the gift shop and a few different things, and where we will congregate in the main lobby there to see what has all been burning on your brains, melting on your hearts, and festering on your souls over the duration of our travels to said destination. So, my friends, whatever you got burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul, drop it over there live in the chat. I've been seeing you guys hopping and popping, but if you got something right there that you need to get out right now before we get into your third and final segment of the day, make sure you do, because we like connecting with you. Pop it up on the screen, we shall give you some additional perspective, my guys and gals. Without further ado, it's time to get into your third and final segment of the day. Well, let's wrap it up with some answers from the Anvil.
You know, I'm really proud of the fact that I can literally tell myself I'm not lazy and it is the truth.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
You know what I mean? Truth
I
be
feel
told, I
like
say it on
that.
purpose because I'm not fucking lazy. It's funny when I say that, I tend to do everything I'm trying to do right there. I'm like, I'm not lazy. You're fucking right. Let's go ahead and.
Hey, that's how I feel too. You're
That's the
tired.
worst thing ever, bro.
You're not tired. You're uninspired, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's my biggest one. I that's the thing. You have to keep yourself inspired. Keep moving forward.
Dude, I gotta go move a little bit of weight and get the blood flowing because the soreness is starting to really set in right now. Old Dougie Diesel, Dougie Diesel said, "Hey, you know what? The best way to make your chest stop hurting? Go hit your biceps."
Hey,
No.
major pain. Hey, my toes broke. Let me see your finger. Oh, you don't feel your toe anymore? No.
Dougie D's always come in and he'd be, "Oh man, I had a terrible back day yesterday. Oh fuck, I'm feeling it." Well, best way to get rid of that back pain, go get under the squat bar. Fuck it. He started ripping out legs. Best way to get rid of one pain, go work another. Who's to say, who's to know? So, my friends, I've been seeing you going and flowing on the chat all morning long. Haven't had an opportunity to stop and say hi, so that's why we got this doggone segment right here. Now is the time to shift up. DEEZY. You know what to do, my guy. Who we got out there on this beautiful Friday morning? The one and only Mrs. Metal, one half of the Metal Crazies. Great morning, fam. Happy Friday. Today's reminder is that it takes a dream, discipline, routine, education, action, DREA, and the right mentality, M, to turn your dreams into reality. Now go be great on purpose. Discipline, routine, education, action, and mentality. Shout out for the reminder, Mrs. Metal. Appreciate you. Who else we got out there, D's? Grammy P live in the building. Oh, she had a great story last night. Woo-wee. I tell you what, who's no. Only way to start your day, family, right here. Let's go. Blessings to all. Blessings right back to you, GP. We love you. Glad you're able to get out, get that hair done, get you all looking beautimous. I seen you last night. We love you, GP. Mama Capp, Kim Jones in the building. Fantastic Friday, FNF crew. Make it a great day. You deserve it. Keep pushing the limits. Thanks, Mama Capp. Appreciate the reminder. You do the same yourself. Thanks for tuning in, being live in the chat as per usual. Delta 24, great morning, all. We all ready. Shout out to you, Aunt Donnie. Appreciate you always being live in prime time, starting your day the right way. Hopefully, Tam and Palm saw the clip we said to them yesterday. Who's to say, who's to know? Maybe tell them tonight. Nick's travel vlogs. Shout out our guy, Nicky Boy. Morning, FNF crew. Headed back to cold Maryland from FL later today. Boy, you had a nice little vacation, didn't you?
You like Florida, man.
Man, that was almost 2 weeks, I feel like.
In April.
Who's to know? I feel like the kid was out there for a minute. Shout out, Nick. Hope you enjoyed that, my guy. It's starting to warm up, though. We're coming around the bend. Hey, speaking of weather, did you see we have fucking fire watches in the area? Brother.
Bruh.
We have full-fledged fire watches in the Midwest right now. And in our area. And it is one of the red zones. What?
Wait, what?
Huh?
What?
And I'm not
Why
going to...
are you saying it that way?
I'm not going to get too red pill on you. But I'm just going to say that maybe there were some certain glitchy thingies over the doggone map on the Midwest that looked a little similar to some glitchy thingies that were over the map on California when a certain thing may or may not have happened a couple of months back.
Bruh.
Who's the fuck to know? But if shit starts spontaneously combusting in the Midwest, I got some fucking questions because I ain't ever seen it before. Who's to know? I'm just saying. It'd be kind of fucking weird if we had fires. We don't have fires like that, dude. It doesn't happen around here. I know you're from New Mexico. It might happen over there, but it doesn't happen around here. It's weird. There's something going on, Swirl. I'm telling you, something going on, man. The chemtrails. I gotta go get my tinfoil hat.
You're on the wrong show right now.
Sorry, check my trigger. Who's to know?
Welcome to the fourth segment of the day. DCB2.
Yeah, Great morning, Dimitri Liakos. Great morning, D. Great to see you. Good morning, everyone. Great morning to you. Appreciate you hanging out with us at the Gateway last night. Had some great conversations for sure. Bella Rossi, the beautiful Mama Snow. Fantastic morning, everyone. Have a great day. Right back your way, young lady. Chris Oswomada. Great morning, Diamond Hand fam. Have a spectacular Friday. Smash today, you chicken suckers.
We
Shout out.
both did the same thing,
Whenever you're ready, Dees.
That button.
I don't know if there's anything else I need to read there. Albright's Fur Farm. Great morning, Jared Albright. Taking on more was all I had to do. Following the DHMG way, 1% a day. It's not so overwhelming.
It's true, man.
That's all you got to do. Focus on the 1%. Damn straight. Shout out Tico and Charlie. Who else we got out there, Dees? Oh, that's it. Okay. Wow. Shout out to all you beautiful humming beans. Appreciate you being live in prime time. Starting your day the right way here with us at Forge and Fuel, baby. But that is your Friday show. No mas, no mo. It's time to get up and go. Share these vibes with the world outside. Go spread them around. Shine so bright they don't know what time of day it is when we come around. Maybe turn a couple of them frowns upside down. But not before we get you up to date on a few reminders and give you a couple of other reminders and a few updates and a few other announcements in between. And then we flip the old open sign to close. So how do we do that? Well, we begin by checking back in with DJ Swirl One. Any final thoughts, comments, perspectives, reminders, concerns, anything in between for episode 689?
Oh, I'm not concerned about anything. All I want to do is have an amazing day, start you guys out on the right foot, and then I'm going to go out and conquer everything I got happening today. So lots going on in my world today, so much happening. But if you want to re-catch up with me, you can tonight on the X Spaces. The Grand Pave Country Club is going to be live in prime time at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we will bring you the vibes from the greens, pull a gag pot, maybe a little raffle. And then, my friends, it doesn't end there. We will then kick down the doors to Club GACC and get down with the grandpas all night long as we party our asses off until the wee hours of Saturday morning. So if you want to get down, check out the Twitch stream at twitch.com/swirl1. Or you can dive into the Discord and check out the Grand Pave Country Club if you'd like to do that as well. And we will be there with open arms, ready to bring you into the fray and party with you all night tonight, baby. So, my friends, whether you were live or you were recorded, listening to this wherever you are, wherever it is, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for choosing your time and energy to spend on us here at Forge and Fuel. We really do appreciate it. We hope you have a great weekend. And Deezy, hey, thanks for all you've done today, man.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
Man. Good shit. And we will see you guys tonight or, well, who knows? Maybe on Monday. We'll see what happens. Thank you for being here. Forge and Fuel. I'm out.
Shout out, Swirl One. Appreciate you, my guy. Thanks for the perspective, the knowledge, and insights, and the vibes all morning long. Have a fantastic rest of your Friday, unless you have any other plans, and we'll see you tonight for some more vibes. As for all you humming beans on beautiful humming beans on the opposite side of this screen here, a couple of other reminders for you. Actually, nothing major, really. Swirl One pretty much covered it all. We had a gateway meeting last night, but it wasn't recorded, so you had to be there in order to hear the stuff. And it was a pretty fun, open, laughing. It was a great conversation last night. So who's to know? And there may be some updates coming for those meetings and some different things in between. So keep your eyes peeled in the gateway. If you're not already in the gateway, you know where to find the Diamond Ham fam. Always in there, baby, growing and flowing, even if only by 1% each and every day. Find the links to the gateway and all other things pertinent for DHMG and GACC in this episode's description right below the summary. And while you're laughing looking at those links, you might as well smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on a notification bell so you don't miss any shows or other content dropping on our platforms. Maybe hitting the like button so you can help the old algo go and flow, or wherever you're at. If you could just be so kind to take a moment and absolutely smash the shit out of whatever button you see on your screen, as it only helps us continue to grow and flow and make this show and all the shows that fall under the Diamond Hand Media Group umbrella bigger and better for each and every one of you. Last, but certainly not least, my friends, before we officially make like geese and get the flock out, make like a banana and split, make like a tree and leaf, we must remind you of 3 key, crucial, and critical things. Number 1, even a 2-year-old can make an excuse.
What?
Number 2, even a dead fish can go with the flow.
What?
And number 3, being that this here show is a member of the Diamond Hand Media Group, I ask you keep in mind that DHMG, we don't only HOLD, we hold each other up. And right now is one hell of a time to flex those diamond hands. Shut up! To all you beautiful human beings, just flexing those diamond hands on a day in and day out, night in and night out basis. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts for investing your most valuable assets with us here on Forge and Fuel this morning. Your time and your attention. You could have invested them 1,000,001 other ways, and the fact that you did here, we are forever grateful. We'll continue to pay back that investment to you, give you a little high-quality ROI by showing up each and every day on the consistent, persistent pursuit of our passions and being right by your side while you pursue yours. But for now, my friends, it's time to bid thee adieu and also remind you, as James 1 verse 5 says, if any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. Maybe spend this weekend building the life you've been dreaming about instead of escaping the life you're currently living. Maybe turn a few obstacles into opportunities, losses into lessons, what you thought was going to be a failure, a brand new chance to flourish, and those doggone pesky trials and tribulations, brand new chance to triumph. Can't thank you enough for being the difference, being the change, setting the precedent that we want to see not only on YouTube, Rumble, X, but on this entire flat plane or floating rock, whatever you think it might be. Can't thank you enough for being super soldiers, the 1%, and you OGs for being the Diamond Hand fam. We'll catch you guys tonight once again. TGIF GAC Spaces, little Swirl One DJ dance party, or maybe somewhere in between before then. Maybe a Discord, a VC, a DM group chat, or hell, even a gateway, baby. But wherever our paths shall cross, maybe even out in this great wide world, who knows? You know what the vibes shall be. But until then, my friends and family, we officially bid thee adieu. And for Mr. Producer, DEEZYY, for the co-host with the Mo-Os, BJ Swirl One Sparks, and for yours truly, Colton Capp Swirl, we say unto you, peace and love.